Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Learn Plan and Profit. That is Ishmael on the side. What's going on, guys? So hope you guys are all having an amazing day. I'm going to start sharing my screen so you guys can see exactly what it is that I am looking at. So it looks like we somewhat opened kind of green for a lot of the stocks that closed red yesterday, but it looks like it's heading right back down. We could see that now Facebook is trending in between what's called that middle and bottom VWAP. I saw the push up, I liked it, and then it started getting rejected. JNUG is one that's showing signs of an uptrend in between middle and top VWAP, so something that we find pretty attractive. UWT, once again, middle, bottom VWAP, signs of a downtrend. PayPal showing signs of a potential downtrend. TRXC kind of just consolidating right now. LABU, downtrend, middle, bottom VWAP, same thing there, middle, bottom VWAP. Shopify, GDS is just consolidating, but pretty much middle and bottom VWAP as of right now. It's still trying to stay green, really struggling to hold above that middle VWAP and trading between that top VWAP. BLCM, middle, bottom VWAP, and ticker symbol SAM. Super low volume. This one is trending up, and if I'm not mistaken, on the 180-day analysis, this one's showing more signs of an uptrend, but definitely very low volume, and the MACD is starting to show signs of a potential descending pattern. So congrats to all those that took a little dip buy. For those that invested in JNUG, we're definitely seeing a nice little push up. We'll set an alert for the break above 840. Looks like it's showing signs of a potential uptrend. Watch out for the MACD. It's showing signs of a potential peak formation. It's also very overextended, so if the momentum continues to push it, then great. But let's make sure that we take into consideration that it's definitely more on the overbought side than oversold, so it's not so much of a good deal at the moment. So let's see how everyone's doing today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to send them on over. I'm over this market and all these pullbacks and all this roller coaster. I'm just going to be patient. I'm trying to not force my entries or exits or anything of that sort. I got super excited right now. I saw UWT, but I thought it was GDS, and I saw it 30.42. I was like, my goodness, we are back. Nope, we're still showing signs of a potential uptrend, but yeah, it's still struggling. MACD indicator again. These things continue to try to push up. They peak out and then get rejected, and they're right back down again. So I'm just going to try to be very patient with these overall reversals. On the 180-day analysis, we're still trending below that EMA line. So again, no confirmation on this reversal for GDS. So it's still showing signs of a downtrend. I just want to make sure that we cover that. Right now we're holding right around $30. Same thing with Facebook. Facebook's still getting rejected by that EMA line. UWT, far below that EMA line. That one had a really rough day yesterday. And for all those like crude oil ETFs, had a really bad day. Same thing with PayPal, showing sign of a downtrend. And then where is my ticker SHOP? Looks like SHOP got removed. Not too sure why, but here we go. Ticker symbol SHOP showing still signs of a downtrend, approaching that support right around 135. So, hey Ricky, how much sleep did you guys get last night? Well, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I did not fall asleep till like, what, 3 o'clock? No. So, what was it, 3 o'clock?
Yeah, like 2:45, 3 maybe.
Yeah. So Ishmael stayed up with me as well. We're just having a little like a group talk, and also talking about like how to carry ourselves in front of our clients and stuff like that. Just because we joke around a lot, and a lot of good stuff is kind of like what we're covering, and we're just like hanging out and stuff like that, and just talking what we can do that's better. Yeah, about 3 hours. But I'm pumped. I'm hyped on life. I don't know if you guys saw, but yesterday for my random act of kindness, it wasn't necessarily too random, but I selected 3 members that are part of Learn Plan Profit, and I sent them on over $500 each through PayPal, just to tell them thank you for all their activity and all the value that they provide for those that are part of Learn Plan Profit. I would love to continue to do that as time goes on. So, and we're definitely going to be doing that regardless if, for those that are going to enroll, and for all of you that are already enrolled, we're going to be doing this like giveaway where it's like this stock market starter package and stuff like that. So we'll have like a really nice computer, refund you what you paid for the course, and maybe like a t-shirt or something like that. So that's something that I'll be doing moving on forward for one of our giveaways. I think that would be much more meaningful rather than also just me giving away like $1,000 or something. I think that yeah, you guys are probably like, nah, just give me $1,000. But yeah.
And I broke above 840.
Let's see. All right, guys. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about what's it called? Oh, yo, I got my shirt last night. What's up, Bert? How I'm straight out of Wall Street. What's up? What's up? I like it. This CGC looked like a good swing. Let's go ahead and check it out. Thank you again for asking. No, this is all my opinion. It doesn't mean that anything is, you have to trade solely based off what I'm saying, but just like we talked about it multiple times, like I try to identify like low points and high points and stuff like that. So I would identify these ranges. This is what the easiest way, like when I was explaining, like when what's it called, Nick Palladino came over, and also I've been jumping on like calls with people that were like close friends and stuff like that, to try to explain them like how to identify something when it's a good deal and something when it's overextended. And all I focus on are ranges, so RANGES. And what I mean by that is I tried to identify a pattern. So right now it would be more of a horizontal pattern. And I tried to identify this range of when it's in that good buy territory and this range when it's in the good sell territory. And as of right now, based on the current situation of what happened, we have to see that, you know, CGC pushed up, you know, got rejected by that $40 resistance and is now trending down. And looking at the range that it normally trades at, you know, it definitely looks a little bit more overextended. It has a lot more margin of loss than it does for profit. So I have to take that into consideration. It doesn't mean that it's a bad trade. It could 100% continue to push up. But based on that analysis, I would have to say that, you know, it would be a much better deal, right? If I were to be able to get it not at the lowest point at $24, like obviously that would be great if you could predict the future, but we can't, right? So what is it that we can do to identify, you know, maybe when's a better time to buy? When it sells off, it approaches this range, we wait for it to consolidate, right? And then it breaks above the EMA line and it validates it. You know, we get that pullback confirmation, it holds above that, makes higher highs, continues to push up, and then, you know, approaches that SMA indicator and we can lock in profits there. So just wanted to share that with you guys. So I would say that this is a little bit more on the overbought side than oversold. The MACD is starting to, make lower highs, right? So that's definitely something that we want to take into consideration. FB is really getting on my nerves. 100%. How many of you guys are over this week's market? Like this week has been one of the most frustrating weeks for myself. It's been such a mix of emotions going back and forth. And it's just something that we have to, something that I wish I would have done is, wish I would have just taken a step back and not traded at all. Because even what it is that I am up for this week, I don't know if it was worth it just because of the time and also the back and forth of, my position, right? The series of positions that I've taken. So something that we would be able to do that might be a little bit better is to be able to identify when these market conditions are not ideal, and then be able to take a step back and jump back in when everything is set in place. So let's see, I didn't trade it off or yep. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. I like that. Nice, Austin. Super happy to hear that. Yeah. What do I think about EGAN? So EGAN, I mean, we've talked about it multiple times before, and this is something that I want to make sure that, if you guys are new to the group, then, it makes sense on why you're asking this question. But we talk about this pretty much all the time, about almost this ticker symbol all the time. It's making higher lows, right? So it peaked out at around $19, pushed up, peaked out about 16, pushed up, peaked out about 15. And this overall ascending support line of the SMA indicator, we could see the MACD indicator and that it's still showing signs of a descending pattern, how it could still continue to sell off. So I think it needs a little bit more time to consolidate. The MACD just isn't there. Do you see this? How it usually pushes up, then sells off, pushes up, then reverses, and then pushes up, and it might need to reverse a little bit more, so we might need, get a little bit closer to that EMA indicator. But it's definitely been acting as a support, so we either want to see it to bounce, push up, or either fully get rejected and then end up not taking a position, right, because we're going to be waiting for that confirmation. So that's pretty much my thought on, and there it goes, it just sold off a little bit. So is JNUG a good swing? I personally would not say that it's a good swing. I think it's very oversold, and I would focus on it to be, some form of a day trade if possible. I think, it's been getting rejected by this EMA indicator, but JDST has been very bullish, so I'm not going to just let one day influence, my swing trade decision. Again, like we have to think very, with a very open mind. And we need to stop thinking that just one day is an overall confirmation that, just because it's super oversold that we have to buy it and it's going to be a good swing. Just be realistic. Just think about the worst case scenario of what can happen. Look how many times, look how many days, right? Almost for a full month, it's been getting rejected and showing signs of a downtrend. Even when it broke above the EMA line right around here, then it pulled back and then got rejected, right? So this is something that we want to make very apparent anytime that we take a position, especially for a swing trade. Is it swing trade material? I wouldn't say so, not right now. There's no indication of this EMA line pointing up. It's not making higher highs. It's not showing signs of a pullback confirmation. So why would we even consider it as a swing trade? Because we're hoping that it is. And again, this isn't a market where you're going to get lucky based on hope. So yeah, drip is showing to be, pretty bullish the past couple of days. It looks like it's been pulling back pretty nicely to that EMA indicator on the 4-hour 180-day chart. So we can set the alert on that and see if we can get that pullback confirmation. But NVTR. Okay, so NVTR, yeah, definitely showing signs of a reversal, looking like it's now trending above the SMA and that EMA. As of right now, if you guys were to look at this, what is it that we would wait for? So if we're looking for a swing trade, NVTR, yeah, I like the pattern. It's showing signs of a reversal. It's been making higher highs and it's been pulling back and confirming around the EMA indicator. What is something that I would wait out for? So pullback confirmation, pull back to the EMA line. It would make sense, right? Am I getting the best deal possible if I buy right now at $19? Right? Looking at the range of how it ascends, right? And then the EMA line acting as a support. Am I getting the best deal right here? No, I'm going to have to wait for it to sell off. I'm going to have to wait for them to not only just break even, but pick up a little bit. And my margin of profit isn't going to be as great. So one thing that we can do is wait for a sell-off, wait for it to consolidate, and once it confirms that reversal, if we either see that with the MACD, if we either see that with the RSI, then we can make the decision or the judgment should we get back in. So yeah. Let's see. Ooh, JNUG with a big pullback. Yeah, it looks like everything's pulling back again. I'm telling you, these let's give it 1 second. It's ridiculous, how aggressive things have been pulling back. How, yeah, everything. Just again, middle, bottom VWAP. LABU showing signs of a potential reversal, rejection. Kind of still with this horizontal pattern, so we can kind of identify within the past day, right? These low points and these high points. There it goes. Will we get a bounce? It's a 2% margin. I just we need to set alerts. Looks like the MACD looks good for Facebook, but we'll see if it continues to sell off. Yeah, I think we did check drip just a little while ago. So yeah, we talked about the pullback that we're on the 180-day chart, that we're waiting a little bit more for pullback. So we set an alert, or I set an alert at around right above $7. So shop still trending down. I just can't wait because all these stocks continue to sell off. I just can't wait to the reversal or for the reversal, right? Like that's, we're having a pretty rough week this week. I'm just really excited for when the reversal happens so we could all turn these frowns upside down. Let's see. Okay, AMD, like looking at AMD, guys, obviously AMD has been making higher highs and it's been very bullish. But when talking about like, is this a good investment or does it make sense on, to take a position on this? Like, would it make sense? Looking at where it's at right now, right? Looking how it normally has been trading for the past couple of days, does it make sense to take a position right now? Yeah, so it just comes down to the simple understanding of like, maybe this isn't the best deal, right? It's been showing signs of a previous resistance right around $20. It 100% can push up, but I think it offers a little bit more margin for loss. So yes, because it has a strong uptrend. I mean, yes, but it doesn't go down. I mean, then that's what I said. It's 100% in a setting uptrend pattern. It's been very bullish. And if you were to take a position, you would be betting on it being able to make higher highs. And I get that. But is it a good deal? And when it comes down to that, no, it's not a good deal. I don't care if it is showing signs of an uptrend. A good deal is meaning that you can buy it for a lower price than what it's been trading at. If we were to buy it right now, I mean, it literally peaked out at $20. So that wouldn't necessarily be valued as a good deal. So that's why I think it would make a little bit more sense to wait for a pullback confirmation and be a little bit more selective with what it is that we choose to invest in rather than trying to squeeze every, 2 to 4% profit when it's something that's very overextended. It could fully get rejected and the opportunity cost just necessarily isn't there. Let's see. Wow. Okay. This thing. Just look at this again. Bottom VWAP pushed up above middle VWAP. It'll probably push up to around 30.20 and then get rejected again. It's been really frustrating. But I'll set my alerts here. We're about to approach that 30-minute mark. I wanted to see if we can start to ask any open-ended questions that you guys might have. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't use Robinhood anymore. That might be a new update that they implemented. Have I taken any positions yet? No. I'm in GDS though. I told you guys yesterday that I was in GDS and I was down on it based on where we were at yesterday. And I'm still down on it as of right now. So we've recovered quite a bit of it, but I'm definitely still down. I talked about in the live stream yesterday that I was down about 3.4%. And yeah, I was sharing that information with you guys. I was first up, then I was down about. So I was, if you guys remember, I was up about $300 like right as the market opened. There's a huge pullback. I got in. It continued to sell off. I was down about $2,000, and then it started to reverse. Nicely. I was back up about like $190, almost $200 actually, when it started to peak out, and then I didn't lock in profits. Sold off, right, and locked in profits, try to buy the dip, continue to sell off, and that's what led me to be, where I am today. So, yeah. Sweet. Thank you, Edwin. Happy to have you back. So, Ricky, do you short in the market? In this market, it might be worth it. There we go. A nice little push up. I've talked about if I short or not, and that's just definitely not something that I do as of right now. So I don't think that should be much of a surprise. But yeah, if you guys have any open-ended questions that I can answer, feel free to let me know. I'd be more than happy to assist. All right, Richard. Richard is talking about wanting to view SPX. Okay, so SPX definitely with a nice little push up. Okay, yeah, so let's take a look at this. Just give it about 2 minutes, then the Ameritrade will start to load. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so looking at SPX and kind of where it's trading right now, it looks like it's been showing signs of a peak formation. It's been actively trending down, been making lower lows. It's also been making lower highs as well, meaning that it hasn't been able to continue to break, that resistance. It definitely looks very overextended right now. The MACD is kind of flatlining, so is the RSI. Looks like we kind of have built a resistance, so if the momentum starts to pick up and it continues to push up, then great. This could be something of value. But in reality, definitely more margin for a sell-off than for profit. So I wouldn't be too, a pullback would definitely make sense based on technicals, right? Doesn't mean that it has to. GDS right back down. What a surprise. Facebook showing signs of potential recovery. Do you trade with Ameritrade now? Jared, I mean this with like the most like respect. Like I don't know how people are asking me if I'm shorting, what brokerage I'm using. I literally upload videos like every single day, and in the course I talk about what brokerage I use. So I just want to know, like, have we not completed the course? Have we, are we not watching the videos? Because a lot of these FAQs are 100% avoidable. And again, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I got so many FAQs yesterday for people that said that they were in the course, and it did not sound like it. So all I ask is to please be very aware of like what it is that you are asking, and that if you have not completed the course, to let that be the number one thing that is in your priority list, your to-do list, because it's not fair for all the people that are tuning in that have completed the course, because you have not taken the time to understand and review the information that I've already shared. So therefore, the information that you can, like networking potential, is much lower. The quality is downgraded or degraded because you haven't taken the time to review, how to understand just the very foundation. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. When someone brought up yesterday, like, Ricky, you dyed your hair back, I'm just like, what the heck? That was like a month ago. Yeah, and I hope you guys know that it's like, if you guys are working on the course and want to tune into these live streams, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And if you have questions along the way for certain things that you are reviewing, I personally think that the course should take you about, 2 weeks. In reality, you can complete the course in 1 day, 2 days. But I'm just saying, like, if you watch it in 30-minute increments and you practice and test everything it is that you learn in the course, it should take about 2 weeks, just so it sticks. And even if you're like 30% done, 50% done, regardless of what the case may be, we're here to assist you along the way. I just want to make sure that you are aware, just like I said in the first video of the course, that I would encourage you to really complete the entire course. All right, CRK. Still showing signs of a downtrend. Again, asking ourselves, so this is something that I always ask myself, and I would encourage you to always ask yourself, is if you were to look, right, at the EMA line, what direction, if you could put an arrow at the end of it, what direction would it be pointing? It would be pointing down, right? So why would you want to invest in something that's currently actively trending down? If you want to grow your money, if you want to invest to grow your money, why would you invest in something that's actively trending down? Wouldn't it make much more sense to have taken a position around this area right here for it to grow? So why would you try to predict the reversal when there is no indication of a reversal just yet? It's not making higher highs. It's not even really consolidating right now. It's still making lower lows. So I just want to make sure that we understand that. So I have a question that's a little bit more personal. Do you ever feel like the time and effort isn't worth it, like kind of emptiness every once in a while? I feel that. Not necessarily. We have, like, yeah, sometimes it does. If you're asking about like assisting other people, it's honestly like what I love to do. And yeah, I mean, that's the easiest way to put it. So, like, not only do I really like enjoy trading, but I really love like assisting our members. So, that's what I get like a lot of like, that's what our entire team is designed to do. It's, we're here to assist our members. So sometimes it does suck when we have certain things in place and they're not taken advantage of, right? They're like the resources are not utilized properly, but we understand that we're reaching like hundreds of thousands of people like every single month, millions of people every single month, and it's expected that we're going to have a lot of like, we have jokes from time to time of like certain questions that we get, and we're just like, are you serious? Like, just like I'm sure all of you guys do when someone comes into your job or someone asks a question, you're just like, what the heck? Now just imagine like you reviewing like thousands and thousands of questions like a month, right? I'm very realistic in that standpoint. I can't expect everyone to be ideal and perfect. I definitely was not, and I can only imagine like how annoying I would have been when I first started, right? If there was something in place like this. So I do understand how sometimes, people can, if you're going to be if you're asking that question due to my like Jubilee video on how, whoa, GDS pushed up. A lot of people started to ask me or question, even my parents, after that Jubilee video came out, and after all these like hate videos started coming out after the Jubilee video, they started to ask like, am I really enjoying what I'm doing every day? And the answer is still yes. The answer is 100% yes. I enjoy what I do every day. Sometimes it does. It's very like motionless because I'm behind a computer all day. But I chose this career, and it's something that I think I'm very effective with. So I'm really happy with what I do. So, Ricky, with small accounts, is there a suggested price range for quality equities? Traders talk about only trading quality equities, quality stocks, and I'm trying to narrow my focus. James, like, you always have the best questions. Like, I have to give that to you. You always have one of the best questions,
Jason.
right? Huh?
Jason? I said James.
And I cannot read names today, Jason. But yeah, so I wouldn't say that there's suggested price ranges for quality equities. So Jason, I don't know how much it is that you're trading with, but that's why we talk about like, it doesn't matter if you can buy one share. It doesn't matter if you could buy 1,000 shares of something. If you focus on getting a good deal and that the percentage for profit exceeds the percentage potential for loss, then it 100% makes sense, right? So with that general understanding, I would focus much more on if I were to try to simplify, because people always message me on Instagram and like, if there's three things that you would three tips that you would give me to what's it called, just make it easier for me, right? 3 tips for success and stuff like that. If things were so simple, like everyone would be successful. Let's make sure that we understand that, right? But the 3 core focuses would be focusing on understanding patterns, understanding how to identify a good deal, and waiting for the reversal of a confirmation. With those 3, if you understand patterns, that means that you understand the low points and the high points. If you understand getting a good deal, then you are understanding these ranges and what identifies to be a good deal opportunity. And then the last thing of confirmation, you understand how important it is to be patient, make sure that we're waiting for that overall reversal to not only get in for a good deal, but when it's actively trending up. Those would be my core focuses for day trading. That would be my core focus for swing trading. If you were to do that for every single position that you've taken, think about every single mistake that you've made, every single loss that you've taken. If you would have been a little bit more patient with the reversal, if you would have been a little bit more conservative on the side of like when you're up, lock in profits. Like yesterday, I could have just locked in profits and walked away. I would not be in the position where I am today of trying to recover, what it is that I'm trying to recover now, right? And it's the very, like, if we try to simplify what it is that we're doing, it becomes much easier to understand. When people try to use 15 different indicators, when they try to scan for so many different stocks, when they try to analyze so many different things, when they try to trade based on other people's opinion, they're influenced by other people's opinion. Forget about what everyone else is doing. Learn to identify patterns. Learn to identify ranges of good buys, good sells, And once you're able to identify that for that specific stock, then wait for the reversal. And once it starts to show signs of a confirmation, one approach that I've taken is the average up approach, meaning that you add to your position only when it continues to confirm an uptrend. So with your initial position, if you take a 20 to 30% position when you originally are getting in and it ends up not performing the way that you expected it to, then guess what? You're more likely to lose much less money because your position size is that much smaller that you can just cut losses and you could walk away. And the monetary aspect of that position was very low, right? It was, the risk wasn't very high. I think, oh wow, Jason, someone might be giving you a run for your money. Look at this. So 90% of traders understand patterns. I don't know if that's actually true, but 90% of traders actually understand patterns. But this is the really cool part. But only a few are disciplined and wait for the right time. The right time to buy is key when it is that very. And I 100% agree. It's so many people are aware of like when I work with you guys, when you guys send me your top stock of the week, and I encourage, again, on Sunday or on Monday, it is when you are required, in my eyes. I had a talk with, let me just complete this and then I'll go to the tangent. If you are, when you guys are performing your technical analysis and we're talking about back and forth of like what you should or should not be doing, so many of you guys are so aware of the mistakes that you've made and what you can do to avoid that. And then when you come back and tell me how that position played out, you're like, oh no, I didn't cut losses. Oh no, I took a position before the confirmation. I'm just like, then what the heck was the point of your plan, right? And now the thing that I want to say is when I make the post on Facebook, and I've talked about this before, when I make the post on Facebook, when I make the announcement on, Discord, that everyone that's part of Learn Plan Profit is required to post in the group alert section their number one stock. Justin says that I have to use different language or different terms because he thinks that I come off as very stern and aggressive. And I hope you guys know that I say those certain things to push you and to motivate you to do your weekly analysis. Because if I'm just, again, I take it as my responsibility as you guys investing in our community that I hold you responsible. That's one of the main things that, we're doing is I hold you responsible for your actions and I make sure that I continue to push you and move you forward. And I hope that that's something that, even when you're down, that I could kick you back up, right? Even if it's not, I try to be as polite as I can, but I'm also going to slap you into place if I feel like, you're not performing to, your highest ability. So I hope that that's something that you guys can agree with. Ricky, check out ticker symbol. Yeah, I did see the earnings sell-off that happened yesterday. I got a bug bite on my arm. Crap. Appreciate that, Mo. Thank you. That's the best way to be, man. Keep motivated. Ooh, there we go. GDS, my freaking guy. Or gal. Let's see where we at. Again, 20 minutes until the natural gas report comes out. Are we going to be bullish or bearish for this? Let's see. Ricky, I'm stinking lately. Give me a smack. Joel, you message me. Tell me what you've been doing wrong, and I promise you, I will smack you into place. But make sure that you keep, your message under 150 characters. I'll really slap you into place. We literally got freaking paragraphs yesterday. It was the most time I think this week that I've spent on messages on Discord. So like it took me literally until midnight to catch up to messages. And Instagram is the same thing, emails are the same thing. We're just getting so many messages that are 100% avoidable. Let's see. Yep. How long can we hold an ETF before the decay really starts to hurt? I've watched your ETF, but don't remember talking about the holding time. Pickleball diary, I think the biggest focus for you, for myself, when it comes down to understanding like how long should I be holding this, is first of all, if we're focusing on getting something for a good deal, then we're getting it at the reversal, and usually it's very oversold at that time. So check out, UGAS when it reversed. Check out what is it, Gush when it reversed. Check out, JNUG I think would be a perfect example to review and to watch, not to trade. I'm not saying to trade it, but just to watch. It's super oversold right now, and you'll see the number of days when it, if and it begins to reverse, you'll see that reversal pattern start to happen, and then you'll see it start. What's it called? Breaking certain. Man, why can't I speak? You'll see the time that it takes for it to fully complete its margin of profit and stuff like that. So that's what I would mainly focus on. There's not a specific day. There's no magic number for each and every single swing trade. If something was so generic, then again, everyone would understand what to do. So let's understand that. It is going to take time, and yeah. I like that. Yes, 100%. Whoa. Oh no, not lags like that. It's not showing that it's at 30, but it's been lagging a little bit. All right, all right. What the heck? Sorry about that, man. Yeah, so everything that that I'm in right now, so for GDS, and I'm gonna post it. It's all recovery. So none of the profit, none of the I'm gonna post what it is that I covered on GDS today, and it's not profit though. I was down. I mean, if you want to call it profit by me being down yesterday, it makes no difference. It cancels each other out. So it was a swing trade position. So as much as I was down yesterday, I've recovered a majority of it today. But it's definitely not profit. So the thing that I'm watching right now is this RSI is starting to peak down, and the MACD is starting to come back down. If it breaks below this 30-40, I'm going to have to end up close my position. So we'll see how it plays out right now. Oh, it's getting too close. I might have to send it now. So it looks like someone is talking about DGAS. Let's check this out. Wow, DGAS definitely showing signs of it being pushed up. Looks a little bit overextended in my opinion. Watch out for that natural gas report that's going to come out in just a little bit. Yeah. All right, Studio V Photography, thank you again for tuning in. Hope you have an amazing day. JDST spiking, meaning that JNUG is pulling back. There we go. Here we go. See. Yeah, filled at 46. That's great. That's because I sold it at market, and it always sucks. So I sold 50% of my position. Let's wait a little bit more. Just want to make sure that I have that I'm not in it too much as it's already overextended, that I could buy more if it pulls back and bounces at the middle VWAP. So let's check this out. There we go, starting to push up. Ricky just sold, you know what that means. Austin, I hate you. Oh my god, and it is pushing up. That is freaking hilarious. We got sellers at 65, buyers at 56. Learning a lot. Randy, super happy to have you here. Thank you. Are you still holding Facebook in the stock market growth challenge account? Yes, we call that the Fidelity account, and 100% we're still holding. There we go. Nice little push. Okay, so again, wait for a pullback. The MACD is definitely showing signs of a, that pullback potential. Again, please keep an eye on the clock for that natural gas event. So, yeah.
Who called the popo on him?
We good?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. LABU just broke above 89. That's exactly what we're. Oh no. Huh? We're offline? Okay. Okay. I want to see if this works. It never works when I go like this, but let's see. Does it play something? Go back. No, it doesn't, right? That's hilarious.
It shows us.
Okay. Oh, Jason, you're horrible. He's like, at least he didn't do the 5-minute analysis. Who is this guy to your right? It's this dingleberry I picked up on the side of the road. No, his name is Ishmael. So he's one of my cousins from California, but he's also someone that's part of Learn Plan Profit and someone that's actually working with TechBot Solutions now. So, yeah, happy to have him here. Tell Ishmael I said hello. Alright, that's it. Way back, stream offline. That's so weird. I don't know why the stream went offline. So let's see what we see here. Being patient with the entry. Freaking Facebook. My goodness, man. Holy crap. This is so annoying. Like, and I'm doing it with the stock market growth challenge, which is like not even that much money, right? Like, I can't even imagine the people that have like hundreds of thousands of dollars like invested in Facebook and how frustrated of a peak formation soon. So, something to watch closely. LABU definitely overextended. Watch out for that rejection on that EMA line. Yep, potential rejection. Still might offers a little bit more margin, but look out for that descending pattern. UWT trying to reverse, still no reversal. Let's set an alert for that. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. It ain't Facebook that's pissing me off, it's freaking YouTube. Wait, what happened?
Me?
Oh, I thought someone said something. So Ishmael is currently paper trading for those that are asking. But yeah, so I think you've completed the Learn Plan Profit course, but you're still going back and forth and reviewing it. And you've taken a couple positions, right, with the, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, so it looks like I'm going to close out the live stream right after the natural gas report. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If there's anything that you guys think, I did hear that ticker symbol M was called out, had a huge sell-off because of earnings yesterday. It's kind of been consolidating all day, right? From bottom VWAP to top VWAP. It's covered quite a bit of a margin, but now it's showing signs of a downtrend. So we could set this alert for the reversal and see if we can catch it when it reverses. So the MACD indicator showing signs of a potential reversal. Very early to say if it's going to be a good day trade or not. So it broke below that $36 support, still continued to sell off. No indication of a reversal. If it's anything close to the patterns that Facebook, shop and all those things are showing, then obviously that's not going to be in its favor, and it's going to take time for it to reverse. So there we go. GDS showing signs of a peak formation. That's why I sold off 50% of my position. So take care, Ricky. Great live stream. Have a good one. Killing it. Thank you, Edwin. Hope you have an amazing day, man. That's all I'll make that. Which one will go up, UGAS or DGAS? I think that because DGAS is so oversold, I think DGAS, regardless if it sells off or something like that, it's going to pick right back up. That's what I think is going to happen. Yeah. So for those that are asking, where do you find the report? If you go to Learn Plan Profit and you go to the announcement section, I've shared the link before on where you could find it. So again, in the announcement section, all you guys have to do is scroll up. We've done this multiple times. A weekly report website. You guys just click on this. So this was posted on 7/15/2018. So that is that. Hey, oh, that's not what I meant. Man, you guys are twisting my words. Ricky said that he thinks DGAS should go up no matter what. Come on, let's. Those are some powerful words. Yeah, I'm not invested in either one of them. So, yeah, just kidding. I'm not gonna buy. But yeah. Oh man, oh that's a nasty face. Here goes GDS. All right. Are you a fortune teller now? I guess so. That's what they're saying, right? No, definitely not a fortune teller, as you guys can tell by my amazing entry points yesterday and today. So, or yesterday and the day before. We got 4 minutes till open. Graham, you cracked me up. GDS just broke below 30.20. I'm excited for that pullback. I like it. I like it. Mystic Rick, what's up? What's up? What's your bet on the natty gas report? I don't know why you're calling it natty, but yeah. LOL. People know not to buy other people's opinion. Yeah. So 100%. Let's make it like I like that we joke around and that we have a good time, but let's just make sure that, and Don, this is for you too. Sometimes we joke around, and I don't know if a lot of our new traders or new viewers on YouTube really understand that we're joking around. So like let's like have it like with like quotes or something, and like actually a joke or something, because I definitely don't want HMNY Lambo Rick joke. Parrot, that's perfect. People about to beat it. I'm offline again?
No, you're fine.
Can we do this? Can you guys, for the 500 people that are tuned in right now, I want to see how it looks when we all like it at the same time and then unlike it at the same time. No, just kidding.
Let's do it. 1,
It just glitches
2,
out. No, if my stream is already
3.
right.
I just subscribed to your channel today. I didn't know.
Really? You punk. No, Hunter or Austin Dingleberry. Ricky flexing his Gucci headband. What the heck? What headband? I have nothing. I can honestly say I have nothing that's Gucci or Versace or what's another fancy brand? Yeah, I don't know. All right, 2 minutes. So I'm checking the time right here. We have about 1 full minute left. Ooh, quick little update for you guys, for those that care. Let's see. Will it let me? Yeah, 1 quick second. MACD indicator is starting to curve back in, something that I find to be attractive. All right. All right. We'll set an alert here, and then we'll follow up with it later. But what I wanted to talk about was, we have, shoot. All right, here it goes. Ready? We got 4, 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. DGAS to the moon. There it goes. It just popped up quite a bit. I would lock in profits, just a friendly reminder. Yeah, 2%, just like usual. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. DGAS going to the moon. Just kidding. Yeah, and lock in profits. So all right, guys. I'm going to keep you guys up to date with my position and everything that I have going on. Congrats to all those that successfully invested in DGAS. Looks like it's at that peak formation again. One of the best things that I can encourage someone to do is to lock in profits. Yes, it can continue to push up, but again, just understand that it's very overextended, and it's up to you on what it is that you end up deciding to do. But I want to wish you guys all an amazing, Thursday. One of the quick little updates for those that care. We're expected to close about 7 days early on my new house and stuff like that. So yeah, super blessed to have that opportunity and to be able to move in that much quicker. So thank you guys again today for absolutely everything that you guys do. Continue working hard, continue following your dreams. Let your passion be what drives your success. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team. Boom, boom, boom.